Hi everybody, happy midweek. Today we're going to talk about, I'm Ali, this is Alex.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to our home YouTube videos where we provide free information on immigration matters and law, regulations, you name it.
So today we're going to talk about how to avoid lengthy RFEs on O-1 petitions.
Yeah, or some practices to possibly avoid. Sometimes they are inevitable. If you run into an officer who wants to give an RFE, they can really nitpick, but this is probably some good advice on, minimizing your chances of getting a very extensive request for evidence.
Okay, so itinerary. Every O-1 typically has an itinerary. How do you avoid pitfalls?
What we've seen, so the itinerary, you're going to say this, for example, a director, actor is going to be coming into X, Y, and Z. You want to specifically list the project that they're going to be coming in and working on, the dates they're going to be working on that project, let's call it, and what they'll be doing, right, Ali? I mean, what do you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, be as specific as possible. Obviously, in the industry, everything is, not done until it is done. But, provide, if it's an actor, provide scripts if possible, provide contracts if possible, provide as much supporting documentation on the ITIN in order to avoid a kickback. What about just recognitions? What if somebody's recognized, say, in the Palm Springs Film Festival?
The Palm Springs
If
Film
they get an
Festival.
award from the Palm Springs Film Festival. Best
right,
director.
so you're going to have to corroborate the distinguishment of that award, right? Or the reputation of that kind of award. So what is the Palm Springs Film Festival, is that a distinguished kind of event and award? And how are people chosen to be put up for that award? What's the selection process? What's the judging process, etc.? If you just simply say that they were nominated for an award at the Palm Springs Film Festival, and therefore they qualify based on that award because they have national recognition, they're going to send a request for evidence based on that. These officers, and I guess rightfully so, want you to kind of hand or spoon feed them the information. They're not going to go do their own due diligence on what the Palm Springs Film Festival is and whether it's a distinguished kind of event and or even the award itself. We've gotten RFEs in regards to like the Cannes Festival, which is very well known, and without kind of corroborating info and articles about those certain festivals and awards, they're going to ask for more info.
So what about YouTube hits? So how would you quantify success of an artist on YouTube if they have like 1 million hits? Is that enough?
You can't really just take screenshots and show that they have millions of views for X, Y, and Z, or millions of views on their YouTube page for a certain performance or a certain song. A lot of these officers come back and say, well, views aren't necessarily indicative of someone's like critically acclaimed success. And I guess rightfully so. So you want to again corroborate how 1 million views equates to someone's critically acclaimed success, right? And so if they're able to generate a significant amount of money because of the number of views they get on their performances that they post on YouTube, that's one way to kind of corroborate it. So you gotta dig deeper in regards to just views alone isn't gonna cut it for a lot of these officers.
Right, and the same is true for all social media like Instagram, right? You want to go in the analytics tab and see who's watching, when they're watching, if they watched a whole, for example, video, or if there's been any interactions as a result of a particular post. Just having 500 million followers on Instagram is not proof positive of really anything.
Yeah, I think a lot of advertising dollars that it generates, and if it's a significant amount, I think, in my opinion, is the best way to corroborate the significance of that following and the views. Right.
So long story short, you're trying to categorize your client as somebody that is extraordinary. Great, you can claim it, but with every claim, make sure that you have supporting documents to support that particular claim, even if your client, say, is Catherine Deneuve.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Even if you think it's kind of common knowledge that, again, like an award is very well known and it's nationally recognized, without corroborating evidence to demonstrate that, you're most likely going to get a request for evidence. And when you get a request for evidence, you only get one shot in order to respond adequately to it. If you don't, it's going to get denied, and you're probably going to have to refile, lose out on filing fees, explain to a client X, Y, and Z. And so, likely best to try to do it with your best foot forward the initial. And so if you get an RFE, likely it's going to be a little less comprehensive and maybe, let's say, easier to respond to.
So if you have any questions on O-1s or really any kind of visas that you want to see if you qualify, any questions, give us a holler. info@americanvisas.net. We'll have it in the description paragraph underneath this video. And subscribe.
100%. See you later.